Yo, what's up, YouTube boxing community? This is the Boxing J. Right here with a quick video before I go off to work. Just wanted to do a post fight on Mayweather and Ortiz. Um, I had already made a video, but it ain't upload for some reason. It's my second attempt doing this video, but I already got to see the fight again, and I'm able to think I'm able to assess the fight a little better now. But first off, I'm gonna go ahead and go straight into the controversial situation that went on the fight. You know, we got people here on YouTube. They got their channels. You know, and people have been saying, some people saying, Mayweather. I mean, Ortiz should have got his guard up. You got to protect yourself at all times. On the same token, you got people saying, well, Mayweather shouldn't have done that. A champion don't have to go through that to win a fight. Um, it's vice versa. Um, some people, I don't know. There's some dude. I'm not gonna say the challenge. I'm not gonna start anything, but I'm gonna just say my opinion, on the video that I see. That's what. But this dude saying that Victor Ortiz quit. I honestly don't think he quit. You know. Um, I wanted to see you get punched. See if you can get out from a combo of two punches like that. Fucking idiot thinks Ortiz quit. But whatever. In my opinion, at the end of the day, it's both of their faults of what happened. On one end, Ortiz should have never headbutted him because if that wouldn't have happened, the fight would have taken another route. Um, he said that he apologized to Mayweather. They shouldn't have had to apologize again once the time was in. Time was well, it was about to be in, but he apologized to him a lot of times. He even gave him a damn kiss, and he should have had his guard up. You know, but at the same time, Mayweather he shouldn't have to be doing that. He don't he shouldn't have had to he should have had some sportsmanship. Um, he should have wait till Ortiz got back to his end. Let him get his hands up and then let's roll. Having some good sportsmanship. Um, and not having to take advantage when somebody isn't into the fight. Ortiz was out of fight mode completely when he got punched. He obviously was. So I mean, at the same time, it's both of their faults. Ortiz shouldn't have done what he did, and Mayweather shouldn't have had to done what he did. Um, it's called good sportsmanship. All sports have this kind of stuff. I know in soccer when some shit happens, I know they freeze the ball and then you just kick it to the other team. You give them the ball once the time is it. Stuff like that. You just give them good sportsmanship. Um, he shouldn't have had to done that. At the same time, Ortiz shouldn't have done what he did. So at the end of the day, it's both of their faults. What happened? You know, lack of sportsmanship and lack of controlling your anger or couldn't touch the other person. Now, on the regarding Larry Merchant, I mean, we all know how Larry Merchant is. Personally, I don't like the way Larry Merchant conducts his analyzing fights. I don't think he does a good job. But I mean, one thing that I believe we can all agree to, most of us, is that he does pretty good interviews. He throws questions that people would not ask. Um, so I mean, that's his job. He's gonna talk about contrary to what the fighter thinks or what he thought. I mean, of course, he was gonna ask him about the punches he threw. I mean, of course he was gonna ask him. I'm like, come on, who thinks he would? Y'all just want to say, hey, Mayweather, you did an awesome job. You're the greatest boxer ever. I mean, come on. That's not gonna happen. Larry Merchant is gonna ask him the questions that he needs to ask and that are obvious. So he asked him his questions. Mayweather responded. Everything was cool. And then I feel that Larry Merchant was off of that subject. He started talking about the fight. He started telling him, well, you were taking control. You were coming forward. And then Mayweather just gets all pissed off. He starts telling him, Bob Arum, you ain't shit. This and that. Of course, yeah, about the Larry Merchant. I mean, Larry Merchant does give Mayweather a hard time. But of course, I think that's his job when there's fighters. I mean, Larry Merchant does give Pacquiao too much of a good side of him. He should be asking these types of questions to Pacquiao. But um, I mean, what can you say? I mean, when Larry Merchant told him he was gonna wish he was 50 years younger and he would have kicked his ass. I honestly think he ain't gonna get fired. If not, he should get a bigger pay raise or whatever for doing that type of little situation that he did. But I mean, people hate on Larry Merchant because of the type of questions he asks. People say that Mayweather speaks his mind out. I mean, let Larry Merchant speak his mind out. Let them razzle dazzle, talk shit to each other. It's entertaining for us, and you get emotional feedback from each person. Larry Merchant got a little emotional from the things Mayweather was saying. Mayweather got a little emotional, so you can see their points of views. I mean, who gives a damn if they get mad? Who gives a damn if they fucking fight each other? I don't give a fuck. You could have punched Larry Merchant. Larry Merchant could have bit Mayweather, whatever. I mean, it's entertaining and you get real great feedback. You don't want a fucking bullshit ass interview like, hello, like you're doing a great job and this and that shit and whatever. I mean, let it all out. Just like on this interview. Uh, I wouldn't say nobody was wrong in the interview. I mean, Mayweather took it a bit emotional about what happened, but I mean, who gives a damn? I honestly don't. But aside from that, to the assessment of the fight, Mayweather, it surprised me that he was able to use his shoulder roll so effectively to a southpaw. That was amazing to me. It was actually working. He did turn into a regular conventional stance. Um, what I saw that Ortiz didn't pick up on was when Mayweather was on his shoulder roll stance, then he would switch over and he would throw his right hand. That was his shit. He would come in close, switch over, pop. I don't know. Ortiz couldn't pick up on that. Ortiz actually did a pretty good job comparison to Mayweather's last few opponents. I mean, Ortiz is a strong, big person, so he was coming forward at him. It was surprising that on the third round, I believe it was, or second round, part of the second round, Mayweather was pushing Ortiz back. But Ortiz was still throwing his punches. Um, he had a good little time in the fight, but he never really threw anything clean. I think maybe one or two punches landed on him clean, but other than that, the fight, Mayweather was winning the fight. His left hook, I don't know, he got the left hook to work on southpaw. When he was coming in, hook. Um, if that hook took away Ortiz's jab amazingly. You know, I honestly thought Mayweather would lose a little bit of his edge, but I mean it's still there, 100% there. I also saw that if you go back on the fight, Ortiz actually tried to headbutt Mayweather 2 times before, and on the third one was when they all that shit happened, you know. But I don't want to touch on that. Um, I mean, I wouldn't mind a rematch. I think it would be fine. Because I mean, nobody ever touches Mayweather or hits him or anything like that. And this time, Ortiz, he wasn't punching him, but he was landing good punches here and there. He really didn't land anything, but he did put it like this: to be facing Mayweather, Ortiz did a pretty good damn job, I think. You know, everybody else uh, would get their ass beat. You know, nasty. I think Ortiz. I mean, it's boxing. You know, it only takes one punch to change a boxing match. It was a pretty good fight, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, if they don't do Pacquiao, we should just do a damn rematch. I don't know if Mayweather would honestly give him a rematch. I mean, if Victor Ortiz doesn't get a rematch or doesn't fight Pacquiao, he could just go on and fight Andre Berto again, you know? Take his IBF title. Or Andre Berto could keep it. But those are my thoughts on the fight. Um, it was pretty entertaining. I ain't got nothing bad to talk about. Nobody about Victor Ortiz or Mayweather. Both of their faults would happen. With Larry Merchant and Mayweather, it was entertaining to me. We shouldn't fire Larry Merchant. I guess based on interviews. Other than that, his boxing assessments are pretty bullshit. I think everybody in HBO except Emmanuel Stewart and Roy Jones, they do better at that. But those are my thoughts. Gotta go on to work. I'll make a video later. I want to watch Canelo. I didn't get to watch that fight. I didn't get to watch Olive Morales. Um, what's next? We got Sergio Martinez in October, and then Hopkins is fighting in October, I believe, as well. And then we got Manny Pacquiao. But those are my quick thoughts. What do you think? Peace, Boxing J.